Hello and welcome everybody. For this video, I am going to be unboxing a DTF Sublimation Starter Kit. I found this kit on Amazon. I've been playing with the DTF products, testing them out, highly considering upgrading to a DTF printer. Came across this DTF Sublimation Starter Kit looking for more DTF transfer film because of some projects I have upcoming. So I came across this and I thought I would give it a try. So I ordered it. I am going to go over everything in the kit, show you guys everything that comes with this kit. I'm going to show you guys how to use it and give my thoughts and review on this product. This kit is for people that make sublimation products. If you're tired of being limited to 100% white polyester shirts, this kit will help open up what you're able to sublimate. You can sublimate a wide variety of shirts with this kit, and this kit comes with everything that you're going to need for this sublimation hack. Opening the kit, you get the DTF powder, which comes in a fun little bottle instead of one of those Ziploc bags, making it easier for using the powder and sprinkling it over your design and for cleaning up and storage. Much easier to work with the bottle than it is to work with a bag. The kit also comes with a yellow piece of parchment paper. In this video, I am going to be using the parchment paper that I currently use and always use because they're bigger pieces of parchment paper that cover the whole design under the press. I just like using the parchment paper that I bought off of Amazon. I can put a link in the description to the parchment paper that I use along with the kit in this video. In this kit, it comes with 30 pieces of A4 transfer film, which you'll be using to print your designs onto, along with something I've never seen before, which is a printing pad. It's this sticky piece of the sticky paper that you put your transfer film on that allows you to, I guess, run the design through the printer, or allows you to run the transfer film through the printer easier, maybe because it's like almost a plastic feel. It's more slippery in the printer and people have issues with jamming and half printing. So this is supposed to help prevent all of that. The kit also comes with a pair of tweezers and 4 shirt rollers to be able to put a design on any size shirt. It comes with an adult ruler, youth, toddler, and infant. A variety of size rulers so you can line your design up on any size shirt or sweater that you have. That's everything in the box. You will notice on the top of in the inside lid of the box, there is instructions on how to use the transfer film and powder and what heat and time for your pressing. We will get into all of that in a little bit. The transfer film that comes with this, one side is very shiny and the side you print on is matted. So you can easily tell which side to put face up in your printer and which side the design is supposed to be on. Now that we've gone over all of that, for this video, I'm putting a design on a 100% cotton white tank top. Here's an important note that everybody should know for this kit. For this kit, it is allowing you to use DTF with sublimation, which allows you to print on a wide variety of fabrics that you normally can't sublimate on. You can sublimate with this on 100% cotton blends, like 50% polyester, 50% cotton, different blends like that, jeans, nylons, polyester, all different materials like that. There's no limitation with the materials that you can use this on. But if you're using sublimation ink, you are limited with colors. You need to use light fabrics light material for this hack. If you're using DTF ink, you can use any color you want, from white to black and everything in between. So I put a piece of transfer film on the printing pad and loaded it into the printer, and I'm going to print off the first part of the design. I have this design made up into 2 sheets because I'm going to print out the design, the center part of the design, and then the text that goes around it on the second sheet. So I put the first piece of transfer paper on the printing pad, run it through the printer, print it out, and then I take off the transfer film from the printing pad and put on another piece of transfer paper to run through the printer and print out the second part of the design. Now, while the second part is printing, I put the powder on the first part of the design and put it in the heat, or put it under the heat press to heat up the powder into the ink for the melting process. Now, for the melting process, it said on the box, it said 310 to 320 degrees for 120 seconds. Well, after waiting about 240 seconds and the powder was not melted, I heated up my heat press to 380 and it melted within the time frame. That time I did 380. That is the temperature I used for past DTF powders that I've used, and it worked fine and it melted properly. That is what I did for the solution for that. Something else I should note is, because the powder was in a bottle, it came with a top with little holes in it, made it way more convenient to control how much powder was going over your design and onto the design as you sprinkle it on there, so it didn't come out too fast. With the bags, when you pour, it could come out way too fast or way too much. So the bottle made it way easier to disperse the powder and way more controlled. And because it's in a bottle, it stands up very nicely, so it makes it easier for cleanup. You can just pour the powder back in the bottle very easily. For the bags, it was always hard because the bag wanted to flop over, so you had to find something to prop the bag up as you're putting the extra powder back in the bag. So the bottle I found 100% easier and better to use than the bags. After I got all of the design printed, powdered, and then went through the melting process, it was time to cut out the design. Now, what I noticed was the printer was able to print out the design, the design part of this properly. But what I noticed was with the text, there was lines, and it really showed up after I went through the melting process. There was these streak lines from the text throughout the paper, and I had to cut all of that out because I did not want that pressed onto the shirt and have all of these black streak lines going through my design on my shirt. I didn't want that. So I had to spend some extra time making sure I cut all of those lines out. I couldn't use the Cricut to cut out the design because I had no way of transferring the design onto the shirt. Like with other products, there's transfer paper, like the Caesar comes with this transfer paper that you can use. You can varnish the transfer paper over the design to pick it all up and move it and place it on the shirt. As far as I know, with this, there is no kind of transfer paper, so I had no way to line up all of the individual letters if I cut them out with the Cricut. So I just cut in and around each letter to make sure I cut all that extra ink off the design. Now for future, I am going to only use DTF for the picture part of the design, and any text that is needed, I will just use regular heat transfer vinyl for that, because HTV does well with text. It's easy to weed, it transfers onto the fabrics, very nice. You can use multiple kinds of fabrics with HTV. So to save myself time and hassle for text, I will use HTV. With the design, the DTF does the image very well. I really like the colors, I really like how it feels on the shirt, and it allows me to sublimate on a wide variety of fabrics. So it really opens the possibilities. But there's just this one issue with DTF and sublimation. Maybe you guys know a solution of how to get these streaks to stop. I've tried multiple kinds of settings through my printer and nothing seems to work. I've used glossy photo paper setting, I've used premium presentation paper, I've used all of them, and they all seem to have this streak only when printing text. I don't know why that is. I've even cleaned the printer, or used that cleaning setting to clean the heads of the ink to see if that would help, and it didn't. Once I got the design all cut out, I used the ruler to line it up onto the shirt and place it all down, and then I used heat tape to tape it onto the shirt. And then all we got left is the pressing part. I pressed the design on at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Then this requires a cold peel, so I take it off the heat press, I let it cool for 15 to 20 seconds. It usually doesn't take that long after you pull it off the heat press. The air gets at it, it cools really quickly. So I do a cool peel, and then I put it back on the heat press and I press it again for 15 more seconds. Now remember, for both pressings to use parchment paper or you're going to end up with a mess. Now this transfer film is plastic, and the ink and the powder, it's like a plastic material almost, and it will melt right onto the top of your heat press and cause a big mess that's going to be hard to clean up. So remember, it's very important. Do not just press down on the transfer film or on the DTF after it's been pressed. Use parchment paper to prevent yourself a really big headache. So what do you guys think of this DTF Sublimation Kit? I put a link in the description if you want to go check it out. This design is available on shirts, hoodies, and tank tops on my Etsy shop if you want to go check that out. And also, I am offering designs that I make on the channel to channel members. I have more information about this in my Discord. For channel members, they will have access to the designs that I make so that they can create these things on their own. And I have lots of future designs coming. I'm going to be making some cards, I'm going to be making little crafts soon, and all kinds of shirt designs coming soon. So for channel members, if they want to get in on making these projects with me, those projects are going to be available to them. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you haven't, click the like button, and have a great day, everybody. Happy crafting.